Okay, I just got the log splitter all hooked up. I think this log splitter has some history with my family. My dad made it. He made it before my grandpa died, which was in 1983, and he let me have it, and it's been sitting for a few years over there in the weeds, and I need to cut some wood. I've been borrowing his log splitter, but thought I'd fix this one up and get it running. Now the story is, the place he used to work at, they were going to get rid of that engine there, and so he took it and hooked it up, and he was at a yard sale a couple days ago. He bought a new Ram at a yard sale for 20 bucks, but I think this one's still good, and it's bigger. This one's like 2 foot. The Ram he has is like, I think it's 16 inches that he bought, but if it don't work, I'm gonna use that. I washed it all up, checked the hydraulic fluid in there, checked the oil, and I built this battery box here. Let's see, I used the cat litter battery box instead of having to buy it. And that's a gas tank from the yard sale, $10. And there's a bunch of hornet nests in there. I think there's still one over here. I sprayed them, yeah. I think it was getting taken over by hornets. And these are old bias tires. I think they're probably 40 years old. And sharpened it up. And this is the return the gas on. This is the choke. That's the throttle over there. So let's give it a try. I think she'll run. I need to fix the exhaust. I had to do some rewiring, had to solder some wires, make sure they're all working. So let's, and I cleaned the float. Hopefully it won't leak. That's what it was doing. It was, you turn the float on, it was leaking. Now it's not leaking. Okay, so let's give it a try. Well, she runs. Sweet. I guess I'll start cutting some wood. Something happened to the float. Okay, ran into a little bit of problem. It's working good, and all of a sudden it started leaking gas out of here. The float got stuck, and so I'm gonna have to take these off and check that float and see what's going on. Okay, I guess the first thing I'm gonna check is that might have just got stuck. Let's see what that does. Shouldn't leak. Yeah, see that? Okay, so what I gotta do is take this thing off here and then it just drop right down. Okay, so I took it off. This was kind of stuck, but it seems to be working fine now. If you look back up in there, that pin's supposed to be in that hole. So turn the gas on. Okay, see, that's working right there. See that? So it's just getting stuck. It's just rusty. Okay, let's turn it on, see what it does. Should fill up and stop. See, now it's working. So that float's getting stuck. Okay, I found out what's wrong. Okay, so if you look at this, see it's got a big dent in it. When I took it apart, it had gas in it. This thing was filling up with gas. So when it filled up, it just would sit there. This has got to be airtight. So when it fills up, the float floats up and it closes and turns it off. So it ran for a little bit, but then gas filled into it because there's little holes in this float, and it filled up and then it went back down and gas squirted out. And so what I'm going to do now, if you look at what happened was, you see here, this thing's like a drain. Let me show you here. So this thing is like a drain, so it goes in there like that. And the idea is when you're done cutting and stuff, that'll drain out. And that was plugged. So what happened was that turned to ice in here when it was sitting out there for all those years. And when it turned to ice, the ice expanded and it smashed this float right here, and it put cracks in it on the inside and right here, and it ruined this float. And so what I got to do now is try and solder it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to get it or not, but I'm gonna try. Put some flux on it. That's what this stuff is. Okay, I'm gonna try this little guy. I'm just gonna try and put my magnifying lens on it so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, I welded it here and in here. Now I'm going to I put it in the water for about a half hour and see if it would get water in it. It seems to be airtight. So now I'm gonna take it back and install it. This thing's bad, but it drains. So draining is what I need it to do. But I'm gonna try to get this thing working again. Okay, I got this installed, and let's see if it leaks when I turn on the gas. Shouldn't leak, I hope. Please don't leak. Ooh, I think it's not leaking. Alright, let's try starting her up. Pull the choke out. Not bad. Got me a load of wood with the homemade log splitter. I'm happy with that.